Well, hello again. Before we get started on the actual construction, I thought it might be appropriate to say just a word or two about the wood we're going to be using. Obviously, you are looking at an exterior grade of lumber because it's a boat, for goodness sake. So we're looking at exterior grade wood, but this is really very lightweight. It's a 1/4 inch plywood, and it's a BC grade. Now, if you're not familiar with plywood grading, basically let's say the clarity, the smoothness of the layer of wood that's on the outside is rated A, B, C, D, or other, another grade. A being the best, and of course BC is construction grade lumber. It's not the nicest, prettiest type of lumber, but it's going to be painted and covered, and it's a boat, for goodness sake. So don't worry about that. But I did want to recommend one thing. I picked through the stack when I went to our homeowner store to buy this, and within that grade there are different levels of knottiness, if you will. So I want to show you just real quickly. Let me turn this around so that you can see kind of what I was able to get here. Okay, so now here we are. I'm looking at 2 sheets of plywood here, and you can see the grade there, just if you want to see what brand it is and whatnot. And I got it from the Lowe's Home Improvement store, so for what that's worth. Now, the front and the back are different. One of them is B grade, one of them is C grade. And see, this sheet over here, I'm just kind of going to scan it over. You don't see any knots. You see lots of grain lines, and that's fine. But you don't see any holes. You don't see any knots or anything to really be worried about. Now, flip it over to the other side. I'll look at this other sheet, which is on the back side. And you can see, well, this is a small knot. Okay? It's a very small knot. I'll put my thumb up here so you can see the scale of it. It's not huge, and it's pretty tight. And it's going to be covered over with epoxy resin. So that's not going to be a leak or a weak spot. And really, there's only 2 spots like this on this whole sheet. And so if you do go to select these things yourselves at the lumber yard, just take a few minutes and take a few extra sheets off the pile and just look at both sides, because sometimes even a BC grade will have 2 very clean sides and will be actually better quality than you're really paying for. So keep that in mind, and we'll talk to you a little bit more when we start measuring.